human justice principles of Safe Summer 21. Then I'm gonna call up my brother Dante to talk about Safe Summer 21. So first and foremost, we are here to say we're gonna strategically plan and organize in our communities. We're gonna strategically look at key persons, hotspots, events in the community where violence could happen, and we're gonna proactively, on the preventative side, get in front of that. That's the first principle in Safe Summer 21, strategy, prevention. The second is cross-collaboration. I'm here with my comrades, my team from New York City to support Baltimore because it's about all of us playing a role. I'm gonna say it again. All of us play a role in co-producing public safety. So you're gonna see the city of Baltimore come together like never before. You're gonna see groups that know each other, work together sometimes, formally come together to make sure that you see the presence of people in this work. Because the second principle in Safe Summer 21 is cross-collaboration. The third and final principle in Safe Summer, the most important from my perspective, is you, the community, the role that you play, community involvement. So in Safe Summer 21, we want to see an increase, 30, 40% of persons from the community being involved in promoting and perpetuating peace. Because this can't happen with only the people that you see here before you. This can't happen with only the elected officials, with only law enforcement, with only credible messengers. It takes all of us in the community, and believe it or not, everyone has a role to play. So in short, Safe Summer 21 is about prevention, strategizing ahead of the problems. We know the hot spots. We know where there will be issues in the community. Second, cross-collaboration like never before. We're going to work together like never before. In my organization, CCD, we say, we are and so I am. It's not about I, it's not about me, it's about us, it's about we. And that is the second principle, the final, the third and last principle of Safe Summer 21 is community involvement and recruitment. Elders have a role to play in safety and public safety in the community. The babies have a role to play in keeping our communities safe. And this initiative is all about that. That being said, I want to bring up my brother, my partner, my comrade in this work, Brother Dante. You can just clap your hands and make some noise for the leadership.
Good morning, Baltimore. Safe Summer 21 kickoff was centered around, as the brother said, 3 principles. To get the community involved. Safe Streets, located in 10 neighborhoods, key neighborhoods across the city, has demonstrated year after year that in our communities we can reduce violence. So we coming for a city initiative to reach out to outside of our immediate catchment zones, create partnerships with those zones, and reduce violence across the city.
That's right.
With the help of Safe Streets Baltimore, the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood and Safety Engagement, and all of the CBOs involved in the Safe Streets program, we're predicting to have the safest summer in Baltimore history.
Give it up, give it up. When you hear that, that's what this is about.
If we're here to the principles and take full force and move fast, then we can see that. No doubt we had some violent situations over this last weekend. We addressed that. But we're not here to say that there's hope. We are here to say that there is hope.
That's right.
We know that we can get to our people and that we can make a difference. We recruit the highest risk. We mediate conflict, we intervene, and we change community norms by way of mobilizing the community. If we continue to mobilize the community and get volunteers, get help, you reach out to your local Safe Streets network, and we'll come to your neighborhood and help. So without further ado, I want to turn some information over to my brother Greg Marshburn.
All right.
Good morning, everybody. What you see before you today is a bunch of credible messengers who have changed their life and want to save and change lives, but we need to approach it holistically. And that's why we're here today, to let the city know that we're tired of this and we need y'all help. Like, I want to thank New York for coming down and helping us kick this off. But like we say, we want this to be the safest summer, Summer 21, where children can come outside and play and not have to worry about getting hit with bullets that go astray.
That's right.
I'm going to turn this over to my brother Corey Winfield.
Good morning, good morning. How everybody doing? The most important thing about Safe Summer 21 is that no more grandmothers should stand in front of me and cry.
That's right.
No more mothers should stand in front of me and cry. No more little kids I should see laying out with gritted holes with bullets all in them, you know, and the families overwhelmed with grief. And the second most important thing is that I want to leave with this. I couldn't save my little brother when he was killed, but I guarantee you I'm going to give my life to save your son.
Give it up. You see that? So we're going to hear from a couple more soldiers and generals in this fight, but I just want to say we are experiencing upticks in violence around the country. This is a universal problem that we're seeing, the increase in violence, while we're coming out of 3 pandemics, right? We know that we've seen virally, we've seen what's been happening in terms of protests, law enforcement, uprisings, protests in communities around issues of law enforcement and community distrust. Secondly, COVID-19. We've gone through a pandemic where all of those pre-existing conditions that we're talking about exist in our communities. We are the communities that health disparities are gleaming and glaring in for generations and decades. So that's the second. And finally, with the economic instability that we see after these 2 pandemics I just mentioned, of course you're going to see violence exacerbated. People are in survival mode. People have less than they've ever had. There's a lot of frustration, tension. We're still coming out of these 3 pandemics. So that being said, now more than ever, it's time for us to mobilize, organize ourselves, as the brother said, to make sure we stay ahead of the violence. We know that precision resourcing helps. We know that credible messengers sharing their story, being vulnerable enough to go into harm's way is what can help and change. We don't need to incarcerate our way out of the problem. I'm going to say it again, we don't need to incarcerate ourselves out of the problem. There's healing that has to happen, and Safe Summer 21 is about that healing. From the community, be more.
Hello everyone, my name is Rita Cruz. I'm president of Bella Edison Community Association, and I'm here to support Safe Streets.
That's right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got a couple more people want to say a word. Thank you for being here.
Hello, I would just like to say that my name is Delegate Chanel Branch of the 45th District, and I'm really happy to be here today with Safe Streets. Everyone knows how near and dear Safe Streets is to my heart. I lost my son to gun violence 3.5 years ago, and it was Safe Streets that came to my mind when it was time to start healing. It's not about protesting, it's not about anything else. These guys are really in the street doing what they're supposed to do. You know, they're the ones who are building relationships between gang members, the community. They're doing what they're supposed to do. So this is why I will always respect the work that Safe Street does. I will always respect the men and women who work the Safe Streets. And I just really want to say thank you for everything that you guys do. I will forever be a community partner, and I just love the work that you do, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Queen. Give it up, give it up. I just want to hear y'all after me say, not in my hood. Not in my hood. Not on my block. Not on my block. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. The shooting got to stop. The shooting got to stop. One more time, not in my hood. Not in my hood. Not on my block. Not on my block. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. The shooting got to stop. The shooting got to stop. We don't want mothers burying children this summer. We don't want to see 1-year-olds and 4-year-olds being shot this summer. We don't want any grandparents crying over violence and senseless violence this summer. We're going to step up our game. We're asking all community members and stakeholders to step up your game. Get involved. Safe Streets is here for you. Utilize the resources that are being provided. I think your mayor is invested heavily, from my understanding, in this program and these programs. So encourage that investment to expand and continue. Now is the time, before violence of Summer 21, that we get involved in this initiative. Y'all with me? Yeah. Not in my hood. Not in my hood. Not on my block. Not on my block. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. The shooting got to stop. The shooting got to stop. We're going to open for any questions that you may have. Yes.
Thank you. I'd like to know when you expect to be fully operational training is done and you got what you have in mind actually in work?
Well, we fully operational right now.
I mean,
Right now.
but you're expanding. You get more community people
Yes,
involved.
we are.
We ready to take on any community partners, any other partnerships from stakeholders, businesses, residents. We ready to take that on
Right
now.
now. Right now. That's
We're
right.
going into a training to enhance the work that we already do every day.
That's right. I'm gonna call the brother. So as brother mentioned, we're doing some training over the next 3 days to look more in depth at how we can strategically work to reduce and even stop senseless gun violence. But there's a brother here, Spence, I want to call you up, because many times what gets promoted in the community is the gun violence, right? But what happens is there's a lot of levels. There's many levels of this work that transpire to keep communities safe. And some of that is financial literacy. Some of that is establishing goals and hope and aspiration mapping and social capital in our young people. What we see is when we provide young people with alternatives, when we help to release and open up the imagination of young people, when they see that these resources exist from a trusted partner like Safe Streets, we see a change. So brother, if you could just speak about the importance of the financial literacy work that you're involved in.
Speak on it.
Absolutely. My name is Raymond Spence. I am a community banker at BB&T, now Truist. First off, I wanted to say thank you for Dante for developing the partnership with our bank, with being able to have us come out and actually partner with this community. There's a lot of talk about ways that you can invest in your community, and a big part of that is being able to invest in yourself first. And a lot of that has to do with education, being able to understand what it is that you're going to be dealing with on a daily basis when you discuss your banking, your finances, your future. It's an investment within yourself, and I appreciate so much the opportunity to have the opportunity to kind of be here and be with Safe Streets today to be able to kind of reduce some of the violence that does occur in our communities on a consistent basis. A lot of it has to do with not understanding our own responsibility to ourselves and taking accountability financially for ourselves. So I appreciate the opportunity to kind of be able to discuss that in depth with everyone. And the last thing I wanted to say is, I stand here as a representation of the community partnership aspect of it. Being able to reach out to Safe Streets and say, hey, where is my greatest usefulness for you, and how can I be put to work? It's literally as easy as taking that step and saying, hey, Dante, what can I do? Bro, from New York, what can I do for you? You know what I'm saying? Being able to connect in that regard. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. When I say stop shooting, you say start living. Stop shooting. Stop living. Stop shooting. Stop living. Stop shooting. Stop living. Safe Street. So, in conclusion, I just want to be clear. Everyone has a role to play in community-led public safety. Not some people, not those other people. Everyone has a role to play. So if we are going to see the safest summer in the history of summers, it's going to require the mothers. It's going to require the credible messengers, the grandmothers, the babies. There is a role. When you reach out to Safe Streets, I want you to say, my name is, here's my availability, here's my skill set that I want to offer to Safe Streets, and I'm ready to go. So when you call, be prepared to give, and that is the way that Baltimore will see the safest summer in the history of summers. Give yourselves a round of applause. We claim the victory in advance. Dante is going to close us out.
So I just want to thank all our community partners, and I wanted to bring up my managing director,
Yes,
Cheryl,
please, give it
from
up.
the Living Classrooms
Give it up,
Foundation,
give it up.
and she had a few words to say before.
Take us home, Cheryl.
Thank you, guys. I am really proud of this initiative. I am proud of the work that our Bel Air, Edison, and Safe Street sites across the city is doing. And we are going to work hard. We're going to pound the pavement, and we're going to make this the safest summer that Baltimore has seen in a long time. Thank you guys for all your support and time and energy. Thanks Kane Bain and his organization from New York in doing this partnership with us. Thank you.
Any questions?
Any questions?
We're here for questions. Yes, Queen.
Can I make a statement? I live over there in 205 Douglas Court.
Come on, say that to them. You live where?
I live 205 Douglas Court. I've been there 14 years. I've seen over 30 murders in my neighborhood just right there.
That's right.
I've been in assisting public housing 32 years. Thank God I ain't had to pay water bill or electricity, else I wouldn't be here. I worked 30 years already, and I have a daughter. She's 40 years old. I'm 60 years old. She's been on her own for 12 years, and thank God he was there with me, because I wouldn't have never made it.
That's a lot.
Stop shooting. Stop killing in my neighborhood.
That's right.
I'm tired of it.
That's
Praise
right.
God.
That's right. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Watch your son. From the people themselves. All right, thank you, everybody. We're here. We're here. We're not going nowhere. We appreciate media coming out. Community, get involved. Safe streets.
I'd like to just ask you a couple of questions before I went on.
Sure. Come this way. Yeah.
Something like you can sign up right down the name, right down the skill sets.